What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
Hey, by the way, I just want to continue the promotion here. We have a non-profit giveaway that we're doing here. Something that we wanted to, because we're celebrating Site Strategics anniversary, 10 years in business here this month. The truth be told, we wanted to give back something to our community of listeners, and we've decided we've got so many blessings in our firm. We're blessed with incredible staff, and I want to do something to give back. So here's what we're doing. We're going to be asking you to go to sitestrategics.com/edge and introduce us to a nonprofit organization that could benefit from our web development and SEO strategies. We're also going to be throwing in social media grooming. We're actually going to put together some great artwork for your Facebook, for your Twitter, for your Google Plus profiles, all free of charge. You submit that individual nonprofit, and we're going to pick one, and we're going to do the site in one day. So how about them apples? That's going to be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we're continuing to collect submissions. So go to sitestrategics.com/edge, EDGE, and you'll be able to submit it right there. And tell us about that nonprofit, because we really want to learn about them and give back as best as we can. All right. So we got some articles from Entrepreneur, Social Media Today, as well as ASLA.org. If you haven't been digitally detoxing, you probably have seen your friends or some celebrities dumping ice over their heads. What's that all about? And on top of that, they're challenging others to do the same thing, and in some cases, donating money to ALS. I would say more cases than none, and it actually has turned into an incredible thing. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. That's for they're creating awareness and research funding for Lou Gehrig's disease. That's ALS. It's a severe neurodegenerative disease. It differs from all preceding campaigns via its unique concept and the way it's going viral right now. It's fantastic.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that everybody has a point of view on the challenge itself, but whether you're a fan or not, it's hard to deny the massive reach. Check out these financial numbers. Last year, this time period from July 29th to August 26th, right? They raised $2.6 million for ALS. That same time period this month, they've raised $88 million.
It's awesome.
Holy.
I know, and it keeps on going, keeps on growing.
Yep.
For many marketers, it's a dream case study in the making. An increase in donations by over 800%, organic celebrity involvement, a rise in conversation, and endless amounts of content that can be shared on brand channels. I mean, this is it's kind of the perfect scenario of what a viral campaign could be. Well, how did this campaign avoid the stamp of slacktivism?
Slacktivism?
There's a word for you.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you try to get some people to push it forward, and all of a sudden you got the slackers that whatever.
Yeah.
And dies on the vine. And how do they win approval of thousands of people and the participation of celebrities like David Beckham and Bill Gates? I wouldn't mind dumping some water on Bill Gates. I'm just saying. How does that challenge actually raise $88 million in less than a month? And since there's no contest, no prize, no thank you gift, what makes people do it? I'm going to toss that ball into the air. You guys have seen this, and I'm sure you have some thoughts about it. We have a number of takeaways here, but what are your initial reactions to what you've seen here in the last month?
There's a whole. I have a whole bunch of. I've been reading articles, and the thing that upsets me the most, we were talking about this before the show, is the backlash.
Sure.
It makes me angry.
The backlash. Tell us about that.
So this is cause marketing on a grander scale, right? So a cause marketing is basically you do something and money or awareness goes to a cause.
Right.
And so companies do this often where they'll partner with a charity, and they'll say, hey, we'll give, X percentage or whatever. This is a little bit unique in that it's a viral challenge and everything else that's gone. But it really upsets me when people criticize it or say, so a lot of people have said, this is just feeding people's narcissism. This really doesn't help. Well, the numbers are so
800%.
monstrous that, and then I read another article today that said this is really killing other charities. People are giving to this charity, and exactly. And so I feel
everybody
like
has to have something to complain about.
Well, that's it. And I feel like in a world where we're in some tough, really tough situations worldwide and the economy and politically, religiously, everything. We're in these incredible challenges.
That's right.
Gosh, this is an amazing thing.
It's a feel-good moment.
Yeah, you pulled people together and you got some money in people's pockets and a few people have been hurt. Actually, I did.
Did you see the marching band group that actually got electrocuted because they dumped the water on and the crane that was next to the light pole hit? They didn't get electrocuted. They got zapped.
I read a girl that the bucket slipped and so the bucket hit her in the head. And so but on a huge scale, those are so minuscule, and not that it's okay, but I just really get upset at people taking shots at something that happened. That boy, this is a good story for a change.
Yeah, absolutely.
But to that point, though, the thing that social media brought to our lives is to some degree is accountability, right? If we're going to post something,
God, you'd hope so.
Or if someone's challenged, and this is for charity. They did a really good. I don't want to say it like this, but they did a really good job of, challenge to do it or donate. And luckily, people are saying, I'm going to do both. But if you don't do either, then it makes you sound or look bad.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and there's an entire sociological factor of this.
You're feeding people's narcissism.
But as marketers in the room, let's just kind of go through a couple key points of how this worked and what you can take away from this. One, keep the barrier to participate low.
Yes. Right.
Anyone can procure ice and water.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not everybody, but
that was one of the criticisms, right? Was California's in a drought and you're making? And I'm like, oh my God, you used more flush in the toilet. Come on, stop it.
I think Matt Damon did one because he's been a big proponent about clean water for people, and so he didn't want to use clean water for his ice bucket challenge, so he used dirty water.
Yeah. Right before he got on his jet.
Yeah.
Come on, get out of here.
All right, number 2, build in personal invitations. Now, I think this was, it's a classic case of peer pressure.
Yep.
Challenges issued by the individuals aren't sent by an email bot. They're said directly into the camera from a friend to the public. It's much harder to ignore.
It's public, so all the other people, so if I haven't been challenged, and so my friends, they see it, they're going to make sure, make sure that he did it.
Have you guys been challenged?
Yeah, we're about to. I got challenged. I flat out refused because I didn't want to get my hair wet.
We're on the radio, right?
Oh. I'm donating.
I got challenged, and I haven't done either yet.
Oh,
and it's been a couple weeks, so
man.
I'm one of those bad people.
I got challenged by an 8-year-old kid over at Taekwondo.
Nice.
It's like, Mr. Sparks, you were it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Number 3, real quick, using a strong and specific call to action. Inviting others helps build in social spread, but there's a genius in this wording as well. Issuing a challenge is more like an inspiration participation than merely suggesting others partake. It's pretty cool. Urgency is motivating. 24 hours. Bang.
That's too quick, though.
Especially if you don't see it come at you. All of a sudden, hey, did you know you were challenged? Oops. Yeah. Okay. Number 5, content should be short, digestible, and entertaining. And those videos have been fantastic. And there's been an entire counterculture of making them more and more creative, more and more unique, Yep. They're all pretty much under 60 seconds. Let's see here. Number 6, celebrity endorsements can act as a tipping point. It can be used. It used to be that if you needed to be picked up by mainstream media to make a grassroots campaign go viral, you needed celebrities. But these days, they're jumping in themselves, right? And it can be explosive, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about social. It's great, and they you can actually see them kind of tag along as opposed to be those pivotal points. Number 7, using the Benjamin Franklin effect. You know, what we're looking at here is donate money or dump ice water on your head. But many people are actually dumping the ice water and they're donating as well.
Yep.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Number 8, here real quick, money isn't front and center. Perhaps the donations are in some ways the most surprising success metrics, but money is clearly part of the challenge, and the donations have indeed skyrocketed, but nobody is begging you to donate.
Right.
That's what's neat about this, that you don't feel like you're getting hit by a public broadcasting charity run, and they're guilting you in every commercial to donate to keep their program running. I mean, this is almost like an afterthought, and the genius of it is that people are enjoying the participation.
Right. Right.
Number 9, hey, real quick, originality is a myth. Okay, the Ice Bucket Challenge is a perfect example. The Ice Bucket Challenge originated as a way to spark charitable donations, but it was not tied to ALS. This came from another organization. One participant named ALS as their charitable cause, and others decided to go with it instead of changing the charity. So it came from a whole nother. I need to investigate it, find out where that came from. Last one, real quick. Join existing conversations instead of starting your own. It's Content Marketing 101, and ALSA owned it. This campaign wasn't started by the organization. Instead, after seeing the participants, they were naming ALS in their videos, they jumped in as well. So
They trademarked it too.
They truly did.
Yeah,
They
they
truly
did.
did.
Not bad.
It's the Ice Bucket Challenge now.
I dig it. But they joined the conversation. They didn't have to create it. So think about that in your marketing initiatives, is see something that's sparking interest. You can get around it and actually make it your own.
Yeah,
you truly
that's a great idea.
Keep the rules simple and loose, but you know what? It's a focus on charity that also really motivated people all the way through here.
Yeah.
So check out The Edge. We have a few links to that. Read the ALSA article, their press release of the donations. It's great to be able to see what this was able to achieve. And if you get challenged, be sure to do it. I mean, it's for a good cause,
Yes,
right?
Yes, I will.
All
right.
Unless you don't want to get your hair wet.
And exactly. And then just donate.